Hi, I'm Moira Shepard, the author of Love Your Way to Success, and I am all about helping you to develop the confidence that you need to share your message and make a difference in the world. One of the most powerful ways I've found to build confidence is to develop the intuition, to connect with your own deep inner knowing. And I have here with me today the wonderful Ginny Lang, author of Tarot Made Easy. And she's going to tell us about how you can build your confidence and develop your connection to your intuition and recognize the answers that you already have inside. So Ginny Lang, welcome, welcome. It's so great to have you here today.
Thank you, Moira. I'm glad to be here. And so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here to talk with you. We haven't talked in a long time.
Yes, it has been much too long, and I'm dying to hear all about your new book. So tell me about, show us your book
I
cover.
just happen to have a copy right
Just
here.
happened. Oh, perfect.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This is Tarot Made Easy, First Steps to Enjoying the Tarot.
Fantastic. Congratulations. That is so
Thank
exciting to
you.
have this book out. I know you've been working on it for a while because you put a lot of love and knowledge into it. And I'm so excited to find out more. So tell me, what inspired you to write this book?
Well, I've read tarot since I was a teenager. And before the pandemic, I was reading monthly at a local yoga studio. And of course, when the pandemic started, I couldn't read in person anymore, but people were still calling me and asking me for readings. So I began reading online, and I started a Facebook group called Tarot with Ginny. And I began talking with people, and I found, of course, I was talking with more people because I had a wider reach online. I was talking with more people than I did when I was reading in person. Um, and I found that there were some common things that people said over and over, and they were saying them to me closer together, so it stuck, you know. And one of them was that people are afraid. They were afraid of certain cards. They were afraid of bad cards in the tarot that are going to tell you that bad things are going to happen, which is not true. That's simply not true. And the other thing that they were worried about was that if they got into tarot and they started to learn about tarot, that it was going to be a slog. It was going to be hard. It was going to be, you have to memorize a lot of stuff. You have to look at pictures on in the tarot that you don't necessarily like, and that it was going to be hard. And that's not true either. So I began putting posts on the tarot group, and these became this book. So that's how this happened. Where this is it's a series of posts, really going through each card in the tarot deck.
Let's back up a little bit. Tell me about some of the cards that people don't like, because if people have mistaken ideas about them, like I did until I talked with
There are
you.
a lot of misconceptions about
Okay.
the tarot. Let me here's one. Here's one. And this is a version of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is what I used in the book. Because first of all, it came into the public domain last year, and I could print these cards. And secondly, because this deck, which was published in 1909, is the one that many contemporary decks take their images and their meanings from. So here's the devil.
Pretty scary looking guy.
Pretty scary card, right? But what does the devil mean? We talk about our personal demons. We talk about the devil inside of us. We create the things that are our obstacles. We create the things that are our challenges. Look how skinny these are. Look how little bitty. These people could break these bonds anytime. This is a card that means that you are confronting the things that you have created that are holding you back, and you're resolving them. And you're resolving them through your intuition and the things that you know and the things that you learn. That's what the devil card is about.
Suddenly, I like the idea of having a devil card turn up a lot better. That is so confidence building, realizing I have these things inside of me. I'm confronting them. I'm bigger than they are. I'm stronger than they are.
This is not an outside force of evil that is coming into your life. That's what it's not.
That is great. Thank you for clarifying that.
Sure,
You
sure. You
had a
want another one?
Yes, please.
Here's one other. Judgment.
Ooh.
Judgment. That's a scary card, right? But I want you to look carefully at this card. Judgment. We think punishment. We think, things like that. We think that somebody's going to be punished, somebody's going to be taken away, and they're going to have to atone for what they've done. Do you see any of these people looking unhappy?
No, they look worshipful.
Is anybody hurting them? Is anybody leading them away to be punished? This card in some decks is called Awakening. In some decks, it's called Redemption.
Wow.
I always think of this card as meaning I have made my way through a process or an experience or a project, and now I'm bringing together, I'm having the aha moment. I'm bringing together all the things that I have learned, and now I'm going to be able to use them. I'm going to be able to turn them into something else.
Wow. Such an empowering message. That's so inspiring. I had been wondering, because I used to read tarot cards years ago myself, and after a while, I just kind of let it drop away. And when I picked them up again, just on an odd impulse, I looked at the images and they looked pretty scary to me. And then I saw there were all these angel cards and oracle cards and fairy cards, and they're so, full of rainbows and sunshine and inspiring messages. So when you've got all those, warm and fuzzy cards available, why would somebody go to the ancient deck of divination, the tarot?
Well, I think that personally, I think that we go there just because it is an ancient deck, just because these are ancient images. If you look at this image, we've come up with these images. If you look at this images, what's that? What's this image? It's the Wheel of Fortune. This is Fortuna. The Wheel of Fortune, we know that today, right? We still recognize this image. Someone in the Middle Ages would also have recognized this image.
Yes.
So these have become archetypes. These have become things that we grew up with. These have become things that we know very well. And they cross cultures and they cross belief systems.
They cross generations.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And there are more contemporary decks, of course, that are not this Eurocentric, and they are from, again, different belief systems, different cultures. But still, what's the concept here? Whatever your question is, whatever you're talking about, whatever you're asking about in your reading, what are you going to ask? What are you going to find out here? You're going to ask yourself, where am I in this process? Am I still learning? Am I on my way up? Am I getting to here? Or have I reached the point of where I know what I need to know, and now I'm coming back down and I am synthesizing that into something else? So we know what this means almost instinctively. And that's why we go back to the old decks.
That's true.
Why we go back to the old. And the oracle, there's nothing wrong with the oracle decks, but we also have very happy images in the old tarot. This is the sun. There's nothing quite as happy as that.
So sweet, so happy. I love that. And as I look at these wonderful images that you're using, I get such a sense of history and a sense of connection to the wise women who came before us, who read cards with images and archetypes just like these. So it's got a kind of resonance on a very deep soul level, a deck like this.
It's a way of tapping into intuition. As you said at the beginning, I think that people are hungry for ways to tap into their intuition. I think that many of us have gone within during the pandemic when we've spent so much time alone and so much time not connecting. And so I think we're looking for ways to tap into our intuition. And how many times have you decided something? This is what I'm going to do. And then right afterwards, you second guess yourself and go, well, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should consider this. Maybe I should get more information. Maybe I should. A tarot reading is a way to often look at something and say, oh, well, this reading is saying the same thing. My intuition was right. It's tapping into my own subconscious, my own intuition. I knew all along.
Yes. Such a great sense of validation, knowing this is what I'm thinking, and look, the cards are backing me up. It's not just my imagination.
Yes.
It's my
Yes.
own intuitive knowing. I love that. So
Yes.
this seems like a perfect book for these times when, as you say, people are going more within and looking for answers within themselves, getting in touch with the truth of who they really are and what they know deep in their hearts.
And tarot can be fun. It's
Yes.
fun. It's mysterious. It's historic. It's
Ooh,
all of those
mystery, history. Love everything about that.
things.
So what is one step since you've got some simple steps to start out with tarot, what would be one step that people could begin, right away once they got your book?
If somebody wants to begin working with tarot, don't go by what I say. Don't go by this deck if you don't like this deck. I always tell people to find a deck that you enjoy handling. Find a deck that you love the images. Find a deck that you want to look at and want to hold and handle. And then begin looking at the image and then begin comparing them with the traditional meanings. But read the pictures. Look at something you enjoy looking at. That's how you're going to learn to read tarot.
I love that. That's that way of bringing in the personal element to it, helping you to trust yourself with the intuitive process more and to have fun with it. I love that encouragement because self-discovery can be, as you say, very mysterious, and it can be fun. It can be illuminating, and how wonderful to have companion cards like these along the way to help you when you're feeling a little lost or you want a little confirmation. And I love that you've brought this forth into the world. Where can people find your book?
You can find my book on Amazon. It's Tarot with Ginny. Sorry, no, that's the Facebook page. It's Tarot Made Easy: First Steps to Enjoying the Tarot, Ginny Lang. And you can find that on Amazon, and the Kindle version is still free. So,
Ooh, fantastic. I will be sure to put
yes.
the link to your Amazon page for this book in the notes for this episode.
Thanks. And you can find me at Tarot with Ginny on Facebook. It's a Facebook group that you can join. And you can also email me if you'd like to at tarotwithginny@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Can you say that one again?
tarotwithginny@gmail.com.
How wonderful. So we can call upon you for your love and truth and wisdom anytime we want through the magic of Facebook and email.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your willingness to make yourself available to people who want to know more about tarot, and to myself and all of our friends watching here today. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. And I want to acknowledge you for all the love and years of study and experience that you've put into this book, so we can trust ourselves more and have a wonderful time playing with tarot, working with tarot, and exploring the mystery of our inner selves with the
Thank you
tarot.
so much, Moira. I so enjoy talking with you, always enjoy talking with you, but thank you so much for your time and for your effort putting this together.
You are so welcome, Jenny. We'll be talking again soon. You take
Yes, we
care
will.
now.
Take care. Bye. Bye, everybody.